All right, we don't everybody. Welcome to another episode of Getting Together. I'm Will, and today we're getting a little bit of TV production done. Today we are playing the Networks Primetime. This is the re-implementation by All Play Games. We're also going to be playing with some of the what do they call it? The Megacorp expansions. Now this combines 3 expansions that were originally released separately, which is Moguls, Executives, and Telly Time. We're doing Moguls and Executives. I didn't want to do Telly Time because, well, I wanted to play the base game first. And you're probably not supposed to mix all these expansions in the beginning. At least that's what it said. We're going to do it anyways. And we are playing solo, so we are going to go up against an Automa. Instead, let me go ahead and flip over. The game is pretty simple, like most all-play games, so I don't think it'll take us long to go over, well, the overview. So we are set up for a solo game of Networks. The board is sideways because in solo it wants you to do the cards in a horizontal row because you get rid of the cards on the left. Technically, I guess you could do vertical and just know that your left is your top instead of your bottom. Really doesn't matter. So what you're trying to do is build out the best TV lineup. In my case, I'm trying to build a YouTube lineup because I'm playing as Mr. Flicks here. And the way you do that is on your turn, you can take a couple different actions. One, you can sign a star from the row by paying the cost. So the cost is in the red. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Is high going to be too high? No, that works. By paying the cost. So if you can see here, for example, the famously famous, she costs $1 million. The promoting star, 1 million, 3 million, 5 million. So you got to pay that to basically recruit them and put them in your green room. That'll allow you on a later turn to add them to a show, right? The second thing you do is get an ad. So you can see down here on the this row, these are the ads. Basically, they give you income. Same thing, you gain the income and then put them in your green room, and you can add them to a particular show in the future. The next thing you do is take a network card. These are basically either scoring cards or some type of ability card. This one, for example, is used once. Treat a show as if it has 2 stars. This one here is end of game. We get 1 score per rerun you have. This one here, ongoing, when you pass, you get to draw 2 network cards and keep 1. So different network card effects are there. Next is to produce a show. So these are the shows down here on the bottom. Yep, that gives us good enough. So right here, you can see this is a show. For example, Star Jump. It has a genre, which will make us move up the genre track, which is that big board. Also, it has a cost to acquire it. So here it's $3 million. And we also, to produce the show, we need to have at least 1 star or 1 ad attached to it. Here we have Dawson's Reek, 5 million. You need to have 1 star, but then you do have an option to later add another ad. Or again, if you have the ad when you're going to produce the show, you can go ahead and add that to it as well. Something else with the shows is they do have a priority. So they want to be in a particular location. For example, this is a daytime show. This is an afternoon show. And then this is a daytime, this is a morning. And then there is a moon here. This is a nighttime show. Now, for my character, that doesn't matter. Her ability is basically shows can be there at any time because, again, we're on the internet. People watch when they want to watch, what they want to watch. So we don't have that restriction. The restriction for her is that if I produce a show that I already have in that genre, then I have to pay an extra $3 million to do that. And I have to treat it as though it's in the wrong time slot. So that's what this X is. The X means that it's basically in the wrong time slot. So it's not going to get a lot of viewers. So you can see here, if it's in the right time slot, I get 8. I can then keep it for $2 million for the next season. And the next season, I'll get 10 for the viewers. Then I get 6 for the viewers. And then you get 3, right? If it was in the wrong time slot, then you only get the 6 and then the 3 when it falls off. Or, sorry, 3 when it's in the reruns, I believe. All right? So those are the things. Like I said, the next action is you can add, like I said, your stars and your ads from your green room. And then, of course, we can pass. And over here, depending on the order that you pass, you're going to be able to take an option. So if you pass first, you can get $7 million or 3 viewers. If you pass second, you just get $3 million. That's just all you get. So that is those. These are the tracks I mentioned. As you go up, you'll get the bonuses. We are playing with the Mogul. So the Mogul expansion, basically, you will draw 3 Moguls. You will take 1. They're very similar to Networks in the sense that they give you either instant, ongoing, some type of effects or abilities. Already went over my character. My character has a what's what I'm looking for? That her ability. Now she has a track, and then there's a track here. I don't know why you have a scoring track, 2 scoring tracks. Round scoring track. This is optional scoring aid you can use to count the total viewers lineup. Oh, okay, so it's just for each round. So it helps you do each round. I don't know. We'll see if we want to use that. That's all of the expansions and things. We're going to go through this deck. The game is played over 4 rounds. And then we will go ahead and add up all of our additional points. The Automa, the way the Automa works is basically we're going to reveal a card, and she's basically just going to be getting rid of cards in the rows, preventing me from being able to take them. And then at the end, we're basically trying to beat, for a solo mode, this is a beat a score solo mode. So you have intern is 0 to 149, production assistant 150, 170, and it goes all the way up, and then industry legend 260 plus. It doesn't mention when you use the asymmetric powers, if that's supposed to impact anything. So we'll basically have to see. We'll have to see. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, I guess. So I did have her go first, so I'd get a little bit more money because I wanted to take the very charismatic explosions, which cost me 3 million, and then I did that, and then I took the ad, which was 1 million. So that means it cost me $2 million at the beginning. So I'm only at 6 instead of the 8. And then the Grizzled Action Hero I got because of going up the track from doing my charismatic explosion, which worked out just great because, one other thing I didn't mention. So if you see down here my Grizzled Action Hero, he has this black track. So basically the other option you can have is you can rotate this, flip it over, and then it just gives you more viewers instead of these viewers. Not sure why I would do that. I guess if I don't have that particular type of genre, right, then I can just put the action hero on it as a bonus. he's a guest star in that particular show. So we will go ahead and start with the Automa. So she's going to sign an ad. So she's preferring the ad with the highest cash bonus. They all have 2 million. So she's going to do the one on the left. So that is gone. I cannot take that one. So, all right. So I want different genres. So I definitely don't want this. I do have an ad. So I can, to produce a show, $2 million. I get Plastic Chef. I can't do this one, can't do this one. I can do this one, which is 810. I think this is a better one. Let's do the Jaunt Star, which is going to cost me 3 million. So I get 2 million back. And then I can go ahead and add my ad to that one. And again, because I have any time slot, so I can just put this anywhere. And then I get that bonus because I produced that. I do get to go up on that track 1. So I get to draw 2 stars and keep 1. All right. So actor with 1 final roll left, or the tabloid star. So he needs to be in a comedy, which we do have a comedy, or romance, which we do have a romance. Or again, I can flip him over. They're both 1 million to keep at the end of the round. I think he's better. All right, so we're gonna put him in my green room, discard that one. All right, and the Automa gets to go. She is getting rid of all the ads. I need to, I guess I'm taking an ad on the next turn, because otherwise I'm going to have no ads. So definitely let's do that. Let's take the ad. Crazy Pete's Discount Emporium. So I do get 2 for that. All right. Then she is doing, prefers the lowest signing cost. So these two are the same. So she's going to take the one on the left. All right, back to me. All right, so I can't get any more money. Let's maybe get a network card. So ongoing, when you pass, draw 2 network cards. I think that's good because this is just ongoing. I'm going to continually get this. So let's do that and put that here so I remember to do it. All right. And then she's going to go. So again, prefers the highest signing cost. This one's 5 million. So she gets rid of that one. All right. So, all right, let's get our. So the action hero is fine. I can just add him, but I need a show for the actor with one final roll left. So I can do either one of these two. They're both 5 million. I gotta look at my upkeep though too. So this show pays for itself. Technically, I'll get 2 million here, which would pay for this show. But this show can't have. Oh, this show can't have an actor. So actually, I do need to get rid of this show. So I probably want that show to go into reruns so I can get this show. Which I can replace the show. If I want. Yeah, I think maybe I want to do this one. So I can use my action star. And then, like I said, it'll pay for itself. So let's do that. Now I gotta double check when I add it. I think I just push that automatically in the reruns. Let's see here. Producing a show. Add to the lineup. Cancel the existing show in that slot. See you next week. Canceling show. Whenever you cancel a show from the lineup, follow this step. Return the marker cube. You must use it again immediately in the new show. Oh, I forgot to do my marker cube on this show. Discard all stars. Place them in the public discard area. Place the show card in your reruns pile. You can only cancel a show when a rule or effect requires you to do so. E.g., when you produce a new show or when a show ages past its 4th season. Okay, so yeah. So I can go ahead and replace this show. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to replace this show, which cost me $3 million. $3 million. I'm going to go ahead and attach my star. So this goes into my reruns. And attach my star. And we are a nighttime show. And we're going to also add... Oh, no, it can do one or the other, so it can't pay for itself. Oh, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It's fine. I can afford it. I've got 2 million here. So when I do this one... Oh, these shows have no upkeep cost. Didn't even see that. All right, hopefully she doesn't... It doesn't matter which one she takes because I can take one or the other. So we'll see how that works out. So she's taking the network. Prefers the immediate, then one use. So she's going to do the immediate. There isn't one, so then she's going to do the one-time use. All right, so back to me. All right, so which one of these do I want? Both of them can do my star and my ad. Both of them cost me 5 million. I don't have 5 million. Oh, I can't do those two. Because I spent 3 million here. I should have done that in another... Well, no, then I couldn't have gotten that one anyways. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Guess I'll have to wait till the next round, because I've only got 2 million. I'm going to need that 2 million to pay for this. Yep, I guess that's what's going to happen. All right, so I am passing. I need money. So I will get 5, 6, 7. Well, actually, hang on. Before I pass, let me not pass. Let me take the extra network card. Why wouldn't I? So we will take the other network card. This is an end-of-game scoring, so I'll just put that down here. I get 1 per rerun, so I want to try to get as many shows in the rerun as possible. All right, so now she will go. Again, it really doesn't matter. Prefers the lowest signing cost. Now I do have to pass, so I'm going to pass. I'm going to take my 7 million. That was 6 million. 7 million will. All right, which means she automatically passes. So now we are going to do our scoring, upkeep, gain income, and pay expenses. So these two cover each other. This one here, I need to pay 2 million for to keep that one in rotation. I think that is it for that. Yeah. Each player scores income and pays expenses for their lineup, which we did. Scoring your lineup. Get your score for the round. Add up your current viewers on all shows in your lineup, as well as the bonus viewers you gain for your pass track. Oh, I think I messed up. I think the cubes aren't supposed to be on here until I actually do that. So technically, I would not have my action star, and I would not have gotten this guy either. So what would have to have happened would have been this instead. So neither one of I wouldn't have had either one of those guys. So I don't know how that would have impacted my play, but it's what it is. So now I would have actually gained. So I was at 5. I was at 2, and then I got 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why I had another 5. All right, that's what I was at. I was at 2, and then I got 5, 6, 7 for that. Now this pays for itself, and this gives me a bonus of 1. That's where I am. Okay. Also, when I did that, I should have drew 2 cards, because I placed my pass, and I get to keep 1. Sponsored content, 1 time. Use once, treat all attachment slots as if they are wild. Immediately, move the season marker on a show in your lineup up or down 1. I don't need that because that's not something I can. It's not something I would worry with. All right. So, I think we're good now. All right. So now we make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, okay. So scoring our lineup, you get a score for the round. So basically we count where our marker is. So I have 9 and 8 is 17. And then 18. Oh, actually this would have gone up 1. So technically I would have, I still would have gotten him because I'd made another card. Lots of stuff, little things to keep up with. So that would have gone up, and I would have been able to get him anyways. Okay. So that's that. That's that. So let's go back. We're at 9, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right? Current viewers on all shows, as well as any bonus viewers you gain from the past. Okay, no, we don't count those to the end. Okay, so it's just this. So, 9, 17. 17. All right, so that's our first round. Now we are going to age all of our shows. So this goes down, this goes down. I guess I shouldn't be covering up the numbers. Make it easier. Check genre tracks. Each player checks whether they remember to advance their tracks, which is what I forgot to do, so I did that. Clear the pass track, so we get our little token back. Pass the first player token, so I am now first player. Refresh the display. Discard the cards, and we put them back. All right. I think we got her figured out. All right, so we get 5 shows. So we are getting into our B shows now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that was one round. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I didn't count the one card. We get 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go back. We get 3 ads. 1, 2, 3 ads. Yeah, so I shouldn't have probably replaced that show. If I would have known I wouldn't have had that guy. Because if I would have gotten a 3rd show, then I would have had three shows scoring on that turn. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then let's shuffle the solo deck. If I was going to sleeve any cards, I guess I need to sleeve the solo cards. Because I guess you imagine you're going to be doing that a lot. All right. So now back to, I get to go first. So I have an actor. He wants the comedy or romantic comedy. So I do have a romantic comedy here that he could go into. I need only 1 star, but I can add 2 more stars to it. Are there any stars? So here he wants no other stars, or you have to flip him over. This one, when discarded, he becomes a rerun worth 5. Oh, that's not bad. And then likable nobody, he doesn't have any requirements because he's a likable nobody. All right, so we are going to, I think I need to get this so she doesn't get rid of it because I have to have that one. So we're going to take him, take Upton Krabby for 5 million, and then we're going to go ahead and put, now again, I have this sponsored content, so I can actually put an ad on this, which is probably what I'm going to do because I want it to basically pay for my actor. So that way I don't lose him in future turns. So and that moves me up 1 on the romance track. All right. So she's going to sign a star. She's going to sign the one with the lowest signing cost, which is our rerun guy. All right, so I said I need an ad. That gets me 3 million. This one here, it needs to be attached to a sports, or I can flip it. If it's attached to sports, it's worth 3 million. If I flip it, it's only worth 1 million. But I'm just going to go ahead and take the full 3 million. 3 million for that one. All right. Prefers the highest signing cost, which is the producer that can't act, and I didn't want the producer that couldn't act, so we're good there too. All right. So next, what I'm going to do. So again, I can add another star here, so I think I do want to get him. This needs to be on a daytime show, which I currently don't have. I mean, I can still get it for this, but I can't place it really and make the full advantage of it until I get that. So let's Mid-season refresh. Add 3 shows to display. Discard 3 shows from the display. Catalog buyout. Immediate. Draw 3 shows. Discard 1. And advance 1 on the genre track. Return the others to the top of the deck. Oh, that's... Yeah, let's do that. This is going to move me up on a track. So, this is immediate. Draw 3 shows. So, 1, 2, 3. Because again, this is actually a good card for me because I don't want to have duplicate shows. They cost me more money. So I draw 3 shows. And then this allows me to go up on a track. So I was hoping for a blue so I could get my Mogul, but I did not get the blue. If I move up on the romance, I do get to draw and take a star. So we're going to do this one. So we're going to discard that one. Put you 2 back here. It does move me up here. And I get to do 2 stars and keep 1. So Improv Master wants to be a comedy. I don't have comedy. Or I can just do the super attractive guy and everything because he's not picky. He'll star in anything. All right. So now she gets to go. Produce a show. Prefers a show of my best genre. So the highest position of my genre track. So right now I have a tie between action and romance. The only thing out here is an action. So she's going to take that. Again, doesn't necessarily hurt me because I don't want duplicate shows. So, all right. So I have everything I need to attach to this show. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to use our sponsored content to put our ad on here. And I think I can only do 1. It says a star or ad, so I can only do 1 at a time. So she does get to go again. All right, so she's going to take the network card. She's going to take the celebrity influencer. All right, and then I'm going to attach. I mean, technically, I probably should do those at the end of my turn, right? Because there's no reason to do them now. So this is in the second season. Now this one is got less popular, and it's going to get more popular in the middle. So I don't think I want to replace that yet because I want to get the bonus. And then this is 10. I don't think I want to replace any of my shows. Do I want to hire somebody for next round? Yeah, let's go ahead and hire somebody. So we're going to spend 3 million. We're going to hire the likable nobody. He's going to take the other network card, which I'm fine with that. And then let's see here. This pays for itself and gives me 1. This pays for itself. This is not paying for it. It's paying for the actor, but it's not going to pay for the second actor. This one's paying for that actor. So technically I'm at 0 right now. So I can spend, well, and I got ads too. So yeah, let's just go ahead and let's get some money. Let's get some money. So we will get 2 more million. And she's going to go, she's going to sign a star. I was debating if I wanted to take the star. So we'll take the rest of the money. She's going to go. She's going to produce a show with my best genre. None of these are my best genre, so then she's going to go to the left. All right. And now I'm just going to attach my stuff. So, really doesn't matter. Well, he's going to give me the most, right? He's going to give me 4. 4 viewers. I don't know if that's 4 viewers or supposed to be 4 million viewers. I need a better ad on this one, though. All right. So, that's that. She gets to go. She can't do anything. I don't know what she does if she can't do anything. I think I missed that part. If I reveal a card and she can't do anything because it's not available. Yeah, okay. If cards of the indicator have already been taken from the display, place a solo card face up near the pass track, then reveal and resolve a new solo card. Okay. Face up near the pass track. Okay. Then resolve a new solo card. I'm not sure why I'm putting that on the pass track. That's 2. Okay, your opponent places a second solo card. Okay, so now she passes. Where's the cube? I had a cube for her, but I don't know where it went. Did I put it back in the bag? I probably did. I'll probably put it back in the bag. So she's passing. That means I will only be able to get 3 million. But that means she takes no more turns. So I can just take all my turns that I need to. Unfortunately, I mean, I could buy these shows for next round. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that. Let's go ahead and buy, because I've got 2 ads. So let's go ahead and buy Babylonian Idol. And put it in our... Oh, no. I have to produce the show. Yeah, I can't put that in my green room. Never mind. I would have to produce that show. However, if I did produce that show and put it here, it would actually net me more points. Because that's 11. This is only 5. Even when this drops to 7, that's 9. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to produce Babylonian Star. So this goes into my reruns. We get rid of the ad. And then we attach these 2 ads to it. Yeah, that works. All right. She can't do anything else. I don't want to do anything with that. So now I am going to pass. So I get 3 million. And then when I pass, draw 2 cards and keep 1. So 1, 2. Also, when I did Babylonian Star, I should have moved up on my track. All right. Market research. Immediate. Get 3 million or pay 5 million to advance on the track. Executive producer. Whenever you take a card from the display, I also get $2 million. Or I can move up a track and get a mogul. Let's do that. I want to see the moguls. So let's go ahead and move up. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna pay the 5 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 million to advance. Doesn't really matter which one. Let's advance the action one, which gets me. I draw 3 mogul cards. 1, 2, 3. And I get to keep 1 of them. So, Tech Pioneer, immediately draw 4 network cards and keep 2. Ongoing at the end of each round, score 1 viewer per network card in my green room. Immediate, look through the show deck and place 1 show in your green room. Shuffle the deck. Use once. Produce the show in your green room for free without taking an action. Immediate. Choose either to get 25 million and flip this card face down or keep this card face up to use the ability. End the game. If this is face up, you may buy 25 viewers for 1 million each. Oish. Wow. I mean, with this card, this makes the most sense, right? Because I'm going to be getting new network cards every single one. So I think I'm going to do the Tech Pioneer. I don't know where to put him, though. Put you down here. No, I already know what this is doing. We'll put our Tech Pioneer there. So, Tech Pioneer, which makes sense, right? It's thematic, right? My Tech Pioneer is helping out my YouTube or my online streaming service with technology. There we go. So that is that. That is the end of that. Now we go to end of round, upkeep, income, and payments. So this gets me 5. So we'll go ahead and take the 5. This is a 0. This is a -1 there. Scoring my lineup. So 11, 21, 28. Oops, hang on. Forgot I gotta count all my stars too on this one. So 11. Now I see what this track is for. So 11, then 21. Let's move this down. 21. And then 7 is 28. And then 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 35. 35 in round 2. Much better than round 1. Much better. All right. Put you back down here to 1. All right. Age our shows. So you go down to a 9. You go down to a 6. You go down to a 10. Check genre tracks. Yeah, I think I remembered them this time. And then pass the first player marker. So she's going first. We'll do three. Three shuffles should be enough. And I felt like that wasn't a good shuffle, so I went a 4th time. All right, so 5 shows. 1, 2, 3, 4. We knew Acquaintances was coming out. 5. And then 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Julia Child. No, we got a children's show host is what we have. Then ads. 1, 2, 3. Crikey! Crikey sneakers. And 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because I kind of almost don't need to get network cards because I'm going to get network cards at the end of each round. So, all right. So she goes first. She's going to produce a show. She prefers the one with the most wild slots. 1, 2. So she's going to take the comedy, the cable show. The cable show. All right, what do I want to do? Okay, are there any shows that would make this one right now, because all my celebrities isn't? Is there a show that would be better than my Star Jaunt, which is only going to get me 3? Almost anything is going to get me more than 3 next turn. Probably Acquaintances. Acquaintances gets me 10, 12. Although card chases without context is 8, 10, 12. It gets better as the seasons go on. And the career stuntman will work for that. Actually, technically, my likable nobody will work for that too. The stuntman gives me no additional benefit, so I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to spend the 5, which is most of what I have right now, to get the card chases. And we're going to use my unlikable nobody in my card chases to replace my jaunt heroes. My card chases then moves up this one more, so we will deal with that in a second. Another goes into reruns. Lose this ad, and then that does what? What does that one do? Draw 1 star, 1 ad, 1 network card. Either sign the star for free, sign the ad, and get its cash, or take the network card. Okay, so I take one of each, and then I choose which one I want to keep. So a star, an ad, network card. International audience. Immediately get 5 viewers at the end of the game. Wade Automobiles. I kind of feel like I have to take that one. I feel like I have to take Wade Automobiles. I really do. Or the celebrity chef for free. And he's a cheap chef. I don't want the chef. I'm doing the Wade Automobiles because I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to. For those who are not aware, Wade is my last name. So that just makes sense. So, and I can add it to this one on a future turn. And that'll actually pay for this show, give or take if I get another actor. All right. So she is going to take the in-game or immediate. There's no in-game, so she's going to take the leftmost immediate. Immediate. Get 1 million per rerun you have. Yeah, why not? Immediate. So immediate. I get 1 million per rerun. I currently have 3 reruns. So that is 3 million. I like the money. She's going to get rid of the last one. All right, before she starts going crazy with the ads, let's start picking up some ads. So we're going to pick up this ad for 3 million. And she's going to go. She's going to sign a star. She prefers the lowest signing cost. So there's 3 at 1 million. So she's going to take the leftmost. We're going to take another ad. So we get another 2 million. She's going to produce a show. She prefers the show with what I'm the highest in, which isn't there. My second highest is comedy, which isn't there. My third highest is flounder tank. Instead of shark tank, it's a flounder tank. All right. So I do need to increase this. So I can either add, I think adding 2 ads is my best bet versus adding another. Well, again, another person would give me, that would give me more viewers if I had another star. And he's 355. So he actually kind of works. The square-jawed star kind of works because these are increasing as it goes down too. Oh no, but he can only be on a romantic comedy. Now I can replace stars. So to replace a star, I just have to take a star out and then put it into place. But is that worth it? Because I'm only going to get to use him. It would increase my viewership by 1 this round, but 3 the following round. Yeah, I think that's worth it. So we're going to pay the 5 million to get him. We're going to replace the guy with only one final role left. That was his final role. He was on for 1 season. They canceled him. That was his final role. Very thematic. That was his final role. All right, now she's gonna go. She can take the last ad. All right. Okay, so I have 1, 2. I've got 5. I got 5 million left. This is pure profit show here. This is Babylonian Idol, just makes me money. This show only cost me 1 million, so that's not bad. So this one, do I want to add another star? So the comedian like your parents has to go into comedy. That's not going to work. She would only work if I have no ads. But the question is if I add an ad later, do I have to flip her over, or is that just when I'm playing her? Attach this to a show with no other ads attached. The question is if it says no other show attached, but if I attach one, when I sign a new star ad, can I attach it directly to the show? No. When I cancel a show? No. How many stars and ads? No. Do I have to pay? No. Can I sign stars and ads around? No. Yes. Shows option? No. Huh. That's not one of the FAQs. It says attach. So you attach it when you do it. The star is a condition icon at the bottom. It only provides its full value if attached to a show that meets the condition. If attached to a show that does not meet its condition, the star ad must be rotated upside down. Conditions and stars and ads only matter when attaching to shows. That's what I wanted to know. So the question is, do I add 2 stars to maximize my viewers. Because, like I said, this is giving me 5, which would completely pay for this. And they only cost 1 million each. Well, I can't do him as a comedian, but I can flip him over. Because I don't have the comedian spot. Yeah, I think I want to maximize. So we're going to do 1 million. Let's get her first, so I don't have to flip her. Because there's no ads here. She can be attached to that. All right. That's the way I'm working this. All right. Prefers shows with the most wild slots, which is acquaintances. I was going to get acquaintances, wasn't I, at one point? Yeah, that's right. Acquaintances didn't net as much. This was reverse, and it's 8, and that would have been 7 at the end. So this was the better value. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other star before she takes it for 1 million. I do the 1 million. And she gets to go. Sign ads. There's no ads to sign. So I'm going to attach this one. Yeah. Oh no, I can't attach both stars. Well, okay, I guess I got him for a future round. I forgot it was a wild and a star. That's fine. I'll just attach my ad. So sign a star. There's no stars to sign, so she is going to pass first. All right, and then I'm going to put one of my. Do I put one of my 2 millions? Should Wade Autos? I think Wade Autos should sponsor. So this counts as any. Now the question is, this counts as any. So does that mean that I get it still works on there because of the icon? Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, we are back. Lucita was not happy about her lunch. So I do need to find out when it says any. It says any, so I don't know if that overrides that condition. So if it says any, where would that be? There's a talk about the daytime shows. Preferred time slot where the show will be scored by most viewers. And then the requirements. The attachment slot shows the icons. No, that's the attachment slots. Attach sergeant. Attach sergeant add from green room to the show, filling its required attachment slot. Full color. You may also have optional slots. Add to the lineup. And it's a genre tracker. Oh, I forgot mine. Keep forgetting that. The problem is the example is a bad example because it shows him adding this ad, but it's not showing him flipping it over. It's not showing him flip it over, which you would have to because the example shows a sun and this is there. So I don't know how you would do that icon. Because in my scenario, I don't have anybody. Like, see, on the normal board, you have these icons, right? My board doesn't have that because everything counts as everything. So I'm wondering if I ignore that with this character. Let me see if it actually says it in her rule book. Because otherwise, I can't add the auto where I wanted to add it. All right, where's she at? All right. When you produce a show, you may place it in any time slot without suffering the penalty. When you attach an ad with the time slot, it always counts as being in the correct slot. There we go. So her thing allows me to put ads anywhere. So this makes perfect sense. So Wade Automobiles is sponsoring the car chases without context. That's a perfect ad spot for them. That should actually give them a bonus, right? If you place that ad slot on a an action sequence, right? Because your cars are going to get blown up. All right. So she passed. I've got everything filled up, so I'm going to pass. Get my $3 million. $3 million. $3 million. $3 million. Hey, 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 hey. All right, income. I get 5 there. This one paid for itself. And I have to pay 1 to keep that one on the air. All right. Age my shows. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So that is that. Check my genre tracks. Yeah, I did that. This was the only one I knew when I added because I already had that one. Clear the past track. Boop. Oh, we didn't score the lineup. I skipped that step. So 7, 10, 13, 15. So 17, 22, then 4, 9, 11, so that would be 33. Not as good as the previous round, but I don't know if that's considered high scoring or not. I think considering you wanted me to get like 200 and something points, that probably is not high scoring. All right. Oh, I forgot. When I passed, I should have done my ability. This may or may not affect my scoring. I don't know. Online advertising, instant. During upkeep, gain 1 million income per advertisement in your green room. So actually I would have had this beforehand. This one, big game. I get 1 viewer. At the end of the game, score 1 viewer per 1 million income on all ads in your lineup. This is ongoing. I think I'm going to do that one, the ongoing. So, because again, the ongoings are going to count towards my Tech Pioneer. Did I do the Pioneers immediate? I don't think I did. Immediate, I should have drawn 4. So let's finish this though. So I had 2 ads in my green room. So that gave me $2 million for that. When I had the Tech Pioneer, I should have drawn 4. And I should have kept 2. Exclusive rights. Take a show from the display. Well, unfortunately, I can't really do that one. Clip show. Copy the use once effect of another one. Printed time slots. Double the bonus cash or viewers you get from the past track. Brand partnerships immediately. Get 3 million or pay 5 million to keep this card and score 10 at the end of the game. So let's say I would have done that. And I guess since I can't think how I would have done these two, let's just say I would have done this on that last turn, which would have given me another 3 million. Yeah, so lots of money. All right, that's all of that. That's all that. She gets her cards back, plays past the first player marker, and refill. So this is the last round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, you were supposed to go away. And then we get 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 ads. 1, 2, 3. So that other card would be really good. Like at the beginning, I would have just been getting tons of ads and just throwing them all in here. 1, 2, 3. All right. So first, do any of the shows... The question is, do I want to replace all my shows to get more in the reruns? Because I have that syndication, where the more I have in the reruns, the more points I get. Oh, hang on. So here, at the end of each round, I should have scored 1... I missed this both times. This is at the end of each round. I should have scored 1 viewer per network in my green room. And right now I'm at 4. So this round I would have had 37. And he would have had me draw these 2 cards in that previous round. So that actually would have been 4 during that one as well. So that would have been 39. There you go. Little timey-wimey retconning there. Okay. So. All right, so this is only going to give me 7, right? If I move up one... If I move up on comedy, there's no comedy. If I move up on the blue, which would replace this one, I'd be losing 12, 13, 14, 15. I'd be losing 16 to gain 10 plus whatever I can attach to it. But I'd be gaining 6 over there. Would that be a net 0? I do have the comedian, so that would give me 8, 9, 10, which is more than Babylonian Idol would give me. This is 4, 9, that's 11. Reinfeld can also have another star, so that means I could add... always dies in everything, which would be 3, because I can flip it over 3, 5, which would be 13. I think that's what I want to try to do. I think I want to try to do Reinfeld and always dies in everything along with my comedian. I think that works. All right. So, I have the 5 million now. I want this. So we're going to go ahead and pay the 5 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million for Reinfeld. So this comes out, goes to reruns. You go there, you go there. We add our comedian. All right, and then she gets to go. Oops, we didn't shuffle. We didn't shuffle her. She needs a shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right. What are the networks? -1 million ongoing. All shows cost you 1 million less to produce. Guess I maybe should have taken that first. I just didn't want her to take that comedy show. Corporate takeover. End of game. Score 1 point per 3 million left over. Award show. Score 1 per star ad in your lineup and green room. All right, sign an ad, prefers the highest cash bonus. So she's taking the 3 million. She's taking the 3 million, Alex. All right, so let's get our always dies and everything because he only cost 1 million. He's a yeah, because I can't do this one. When attached, may attach 1 ad to the show without filling a slot. Ooh, the brand ambassador would be good. Maybe not. Maybe we do him because he would also give us an ad. Do I need any ads? Do I need any ads? This show's free. This show pays for itself, and that show just gives me money. No, I don't need another ad. And then he costs more, but he's not giving me anything additional. No, I'm going to spend the 1 million because he's the cheapest one. All right. Produce a show, my best genre. So she is going to take the blue show. All right. I do get, for every 3 million cash, I do get money. So I think, let's see here. If I do the football wants ads. I do have 2 ads. So again, having that income, now having that extra income actually would come in handy at the end. These are worth 3 million. I think I'd rather have those attached to the football, and that needs football. So let's do that. Let's get that. Which gets us 1 million for acquiring it. And just hope she doesn't take the football. Because I think I'm going to replace... Yeah, I think I'm going to replace Babylonia with the football. All right, she's going to take the network. She wants end of game or ongoing. So she wants end of game and the left. All right, so that's what I wanted. I want this other ad, though. I have to pay 5 million to put it. And 2 million to get that. I'll get 1 million. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have exactly 5, which means I can't afford this. If I do this, I have to pay 5 million. Or I have to flip it over, which means then I'm only getting 2 million. I've already got a 2 million here. So let's do this instead. So we're going to do football with the 3 million and the... Oh, I was wrong. Dang it. It needs to have a star. It needs to have a star attached. Otherwise I gotta flip it. So actually, then no, I don't want to do this yet. So give me my 2 million back. I do want to do the ad. I'm hoping she doesn't take this. Because that's the thing. She could take the ad or she could take this. Either way. But if I do this, then I'm not stuck with that ad because again, I can replace the ad. Yeah, let's do this. All right. So yeah, I think I'll put the ad here first, and then I'll just replace the ad. Yeah, I'll just have to replace this ad. So we're gonna replace Babylonian Idol. That there. Use these 2 ads. Which moves up our this track once. Oh, when I did Rhinefield, I forgot to. I was thinking, did I forget to do that? I did. All right. So now she's gonna go Don't take my ad. Good. All right. Prefers the lowest signing cost. They're the same. So you can take the left one. There we go. Taking my ad. That gets me 1 million. All right. She's going to sign an ad. There's no ads to sign. I can do this at the end of my turn because I know where I'm going to put both of them, so I'm not worried about them. So I'm going to go ahead and just start taking. So here, problem is I would lose the actors. I don't have enough actors to. I would have to buy those actors to replace them, and I don't have enough money to do that. So let's do this one. I probably should have done that creative one earlier, but I didn't. So do that one. And she's going to go. She's going to produce a show. It doesn't matter. They're the same. She's going to produce the one on the left. And then I get to go. So I'll do the other creative accounting because, again, it helps with my bonus. And she's going to go. She's going to sign a star highest cost, 5 million, the brand ambassador. I get to go. I don't want either of those. Well, no, technically if I got him, hang on. So if I get him, put him in my green room, he would give me 1 viewer. Whereas if I have $3 million, I get 1 viewer. So he's a net 0 basically, because I get a viewer times every 3 million, and then he's cost me 3 million. So yeah, there's no reason for me really to take him. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our attachments then. I will attach always dies. I'm gonna flip him over. He's gonna die in the first season. Gotta put my cube there. She's gonna go. She's gonna do a show. And then I'm going to replace my cheap advertising. I'm not gonna pay the 5 million, so I'm gonna flip this over. So it's 2 million instead of 1 million. So it goes there. She's gonna sign an ad. She can't. That does mean that she takes the 7 million. I'm going to now pass because I don't want him. So that gets me 3 million. Plus... I thought I had a thing. No, that was the use card. Okay, so I get to draw 2 network cards when I pass. So I do get my 3 million though. I'll just do the 5 and put 2 back. All right. So upfront season, immediately draw 2 ads, sign 1, get its cash bonus, discard the other. Well, sure, let's do that. I think. Hang on. Spinoff. Use once, return any number of ads from the show lineup to your group. No, I don't want to do that. So we're going to draw 2 and we get to keep 1. The 3 million. That gives us another 5. All right. That was that. That was that. I think that's all my end of turn stuff. All right, now we're going to go to upkeep, income. We're at 5, so we get 1. This pays for itself, and that has no cost. Good there. All right, score of the lineup. We have 13, 23, 26, 28, 30, 38, 41. So that's 41. 41. During upkeep, I know I have in here 2. That's my syndication. Thought I had something that gave me points. Oh, here you go. At the end of each round, score a point. Here it is. So I'm at 41, and then I get one more viewer per network in my thing. So I have 6 networks, so that gives me 6 more, so that puts me at 47 that round. 47. All right. So round subtotals. 7 and 7, 14, 21, 30, 4, 7, 10, 14, 140. Genres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 16. Reruns. 5, 10, 13, 16, 17. Network cards. So I get 1 additional for each rerun. So we already know that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one here gets me 10 at the end of the game. So that's 15. The award show, I get 1 per ad or star in my green room. So I have 2. So that gets me another 2. 17. Nothing else is end of game. All right, so that is 17 there as well. Okay. I get 1 viewer per 3 million cash. So that's 6, 12. So that's 2, 4. All right, so 14, 24, and 54. So 54 is 194. Maybe we'll go with 194. All right. So what is that? Did I win? Did I win? I don't think so. That was it. Wanted like 200 and something, right? So 194 is line producer. So line producer is only the third rank. So I didn't even get halfway through. I'm not even an executive producer or vice president. Yeah, I'm just a line producer. There we go, guys. Let me go ahead and do my first impressions. And we will call this a lunchtime stream. There we go, guys. That is the Networks Primetime along with the new Megacorp expansion, which again, the expansion used to be separate. I don't know anything about the previous game. I don't know what they've changed or updated from this, so I can't really critique the differences. This, again, just preface, this was provided to us from AllPlay to do a playthrough and review for them. So if that biases or thinks that biases how we are playing, then so be it. With that said, the first thing is the components. I think the components are fine. I like the quality of the components. The rule books are very easy to understand. Most of your AllPlay books are very easy to understand because they are meant to be, I don't want to say gateway games, but they are very light games and entryway games. They're the games I usually show to my family who aren't big gamers, right? I like the art and the graphics. Again, don't know if this was changed from the original, but the art and graphics is great. I was going to complain about the player aid situation. So if you use the asymmetric characters, right, it doesn't tell you to turn order. And I'm like, well, where's the player aid? And then I realized on the original boards, there's a player aid, right? So that would actually help you with the player aid. The next thing is the boards are good, makes sense. The iconography, once you understand it, makes sense. There's really not much component-wise that there isn't to, that I dislike. I guess the one thing, but again, it says it's optional, is of course these aren't double layer boards, so therefore there's nowhere to put the cubes. So, but again, it says you use it for the 1 round and put it back to 0. So I was worried about knocking them over. The money are tokens, and they're fine. They suit the purpose. Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything really bad about the components overall. The next thing are the mechanics. So the mechanics is a set collection, right? And being able to build out your tableau, right? To optimize how many viewers you're going to get on each round or each season, and then replacing your shows if another show can, well, get you more viewers during that season. There's also the tracks, right? You've got those tracks that you want to move up to be able to optimize getting more, well, basically free items, free stars, free ads, free things like that. For me, I didn't do as much of that because the way my mechanic worked, I didn't want to have two shows of the same type in my lineup, because then it would have cost me $3 million additional to be able to buy them. I like all the mechanics. I think they work great. What you're trying to do works well. Now, when it comes to the solo Automa, I felt like, to a small degree, I had full reign over everything. I wasn't terribly concerned about her taking something. There were a couple times where I took a card early, but in solo, I guess I could have just kept taking all the ad stuff and said, who cares? Take all the network stuff, says, who cares what she leaves me for the shows and the actors. Because that's the other thing, is if I depleted a particular row, say I depleted the ads, she was going to pass. And then I have free reign at everything on the board. So it almost behooves you. It almost makes you think, oh, I should just take all of the ads and all of the network cards from the beginning, because then she has a higher chance of passing earlier, right? And then I'll just take whatever's left and make it work with my actors or shows or whatever I need to do. So that was one thing I noticed. I was like, how is it going to work? Now, again, you are playing for points, so that may not be the most optimal method to play to get the most points by taking all those. With this one combo card I got with the Mogul, it might have been because I would have had so many network cards that I just don't use their abilities. I just let them sit here, and then he gave me viewers every single round. But I like that. I like how you can kind of put those things together. The next thing is, of course, asymmetric powers. Like asymmetric powers, that's why I started with asymmetric powers from the beginning. Oh, I forgot, they're double-sided. Didn't mention about the components, but the asymmetric powers, these are the executives. They're double-sided, so you have a male and female side on them, so that's nice. But yeah, so like asymmetric powers, so this gives you more variety, more versatility. There are different difficulty levels. I don't know if, for example, if I play a more difficult character, does that mean I would maybe be better, be scoring higher? Or maybe the difficulty can be used as a adjuster for like players that are better. You give them a more difficult executive. That way they don't trounce a brand new player. Don't know. Haven't played those. Can't give really a idea how that works. But I like that there's asymmetric powers because, again, that makes every game a little bit different. It also gives you a goal to kind of focus on, to kind of work towards, which oddly, whenever we're playing a game, she likes having that focus. And usually having a character with asymmetric powers or a particular goal helps with that. Difficulty. This is not difficult. Like I said, the rule book is very small, very easily explains what you're supposed to be doing. You're basically just taking a card. Once you have the things that match the card, you're placing them on your tableau. Simple as that. There's not much more to it than that. It is a set collection game to try to optimize your viewers, get you money to keep your shows in rotation. And I didn't seem to have any problem doing that. Would that change at higher player counts where there's more competition for the cards in the tableau or in the lanes or whatever they call the area? Probably. I'd say most likely it would add a little bit more tension and a little bit more urgency to take certain cards over another. I know a lot of other channels. I know Dice Tower, they did a playthrough, I think with 4 players. So if you guys want to see how that interaction works at larger player counts, I know they did a playthrough. Fun at 2. Don't know, didn't play it at 2. Wanted to play it at 3 with my sister and Audrey when she came down last weekend. Just didn't get a chance to. As a solo game, I think it was fine. I like trying to figure out the puzzle. It was fun doing that. Like I said, my only caveat is what I was saying about the solo deck is I feel like you could game the solo deck a little bit, right? And kind of force her to where she would end her turn prematurely. For example, in this round, she still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left. I think in another round, she almost went through her deck, right? So I think like if I would have gone in there and taken, let's see here, she only did 1 network, but she did three 3 ads, and that's what made her end her term, was her 3rd ad, because I had already taken all the rest. So that's my only caveat, I guess, on solos. I think maybe you could game the system a little bit. And again, you don't have that interaction, right? You don't have that tension and importance of gaining a specific item. The other thing is it's a point scoring thing, right? Versus you trying to beat the bot. You're just trying to outdo your previous score. Those don't always do it for me, because I'm like, well, why do I already played the game. I already got a score. Do I really want to play the game again to try to beat my own score? That's not as fun as trying to actually beat a player or a bot score, right? Because that feels more rewarding, I guess, overall for me. Last thing is the theme. Did I feel like the theme works? Yeah, I mean, you're making TV shows, and I even had fun with it, right? I said, oh, look, the actor who's in his final role, he only made it through 1 season, right? I had the car chases without context, and I was able to put the Wade Motors on the car chase thing. So I was like, that's kind of cool, right? They're sponsoring the thing. So I think it is fun. You get to play out the shows when you're making your shows, and you get to add that theme. So I think it is a fun theme to play that most anybody would be able to get into and enjoy, versus something like, I mean, I don't even know what another thing I can even give you, a space theme, right? Or a Dungeons and Dragons theme that could have a very similar mechanism or mechanics working with it. But that's that, guys. That is the Networks, along with some of the Megacorp's expansions. If you want to pick this up, of course, Allplay has it on their website. Again, this is not a sponsored video, but they did provide this as a review copy. If you want to watch more lunchtime playthroughs, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, bell notification, all that YouTube stuff. Until next time, guys. Peace.